that it'd be a whole lot better. I think the same thing is happening though with gender roles. I think we make progress, and then we've got the we're getting pushed back 2 steps for every step we make.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like it just, to me, it goes back to people being afraid of change and losing control, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got some of the population that wants to see progress and wants to see, they want to, we've proven ourselves as leaders, women have, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got that old power structure that's pushing back against it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you may not like it, but there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. The
Mm-hmm.
problem is that now that we have so much, as I mentioned before, the technology, right? Now that
Mm-hmm.
people can see so much and people can learn so much so fast and so easily, it's just getting harder and harder for that pushback to happen.
Yeah.
And,
I
and
was looking at
desperate measures, though, are in place. Desperate
Oh
measures.
yeah, yeah. I was looking at some stats, and even over like the last year, how the pay gap, because it is
Mm,
Women's History Month. Yesterday was Pay Equity Day as well as Pie Day. So I hope you guys got your pies and your pizzas. Um, but that pay gap is starting to close a little more. And I saw it went back a little bit, I think, over the last year, but it's starting to close. And so as we do
rightfully
that,
so.
there is definitely pushback. You find that with, like you said, racism, right? When you see
Yeah.
like black pay and stuff going on, you're always going to have that kind of tug of war. And
Hmm.
it's like, okay, we've made our claim, especially when we talk about black women, right? When we go into the office, we know we got to work harder than everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a lot of pressure. And that's probably why when we get to 40, we like, I'm done
We're
with y'all.
tired. Yeah, we're
I'm
tired.
done playing the games.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
we do. We have to go in and we have to work
Hmm.
harder and
Yeah.
harder. And you talk about being softer, but it's hard to be softer when you're always playing basically offense to make sure that you can, maneuver to where you want to maneuver. Pay, job, relationships. You feel like you always have to like play an aggressive type of role.
Yeah, yeah, it's and even like starting in as kids in the home. If I don't know if you've seen this, but a lot of times we raise our daughters to be independent, and we kind of spoil our sons. Like we treat our sons as if they're not expected to contribute as much or to be as independent as our daughters. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
this so much, over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And it plays out in relationships as men grow up. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like
Mm-hmm.
they're looking for caretakers, and we're independent, like you said. We're we're looking like, I mean, if I'm able to do this, what have you been doing? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't step in and be that maternal connection that you needed. Like I'm too busy. I'm too busy being independent. I'm too busy doing what I'm too busy doing what you have not been doing for us. For
Yeah.
myself. It's
So
tough.
what would you tell? So we're at 7 o'clock.
Time.
That
Okay.
went fast, huh?
Okay. Okay.
What would you tell the next generation about aging?
I would say um gratitude. Just try to adopt an attitude of gratitude as often as you can, if not at all times, because that can help you create a softer you. Be softer on yourself. Be gracious. Um, find your passion, and better yet, find out how to make money with your passion, because you'll never feel like you're working if you can do that. All right. And lastly, comparison is really the thief of joy. Never compare yourself to anyone else. Never compare your life. Never compare where you are in life. Never compare your physical appearance, anything. The only person you should be competing against, if I don't even like to use the word competing, but the only thing you should be comparing is, am I a better person? Have I learned something from this lesson? How am I better at doing this particular thing? But as far as comparing yourself to other people, never do it. Just never
Oh,
do it.
I love that because now in the age of social media,
Mm.
You compare all day. If you're on social media, you're constantly looking at other people's lives. And a lot of times now we're comparing to celebrities, right? We didn't used to compare our lives to celebrities.
Why?
Like,
we don't even realize how hard it is to be a celebrity.
Yeah.
You just see the glitz and the glamour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As we wrap up, thank you, Miss Tamara. But some people are just rude. Yeah, I think that woman was just rude.
That's true.
And it has nothing to do with age. That is true. That is very true. And then Miss Grace, in the short time I knew my mom, she died when Grace was 21. She instilled so much in me. I think about the lessons even now. She was always graceful, which is why your name is Grace, and classy, even when she talked to the racist folks on her job. That is true. I also think that's why we'd be like, we don't have time no more, because we don't have to tiptoe so much. Head always held high. Thank you, Grace. All right, guys, it's been 30 minutes and I have kept Miss Audrey longer than I have stated. So I want to thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to drop her, this is going to be her link tree, and you can find links to all of the places she's at here. All right, you're going to find it in the chat. It's going. There it is. Okay. But next week, we're going to be talking about women. Can we really have it all? Can we really have it all? Is that a reality? What happens when we try to have it all? What does that reality look like? So thank you, Miss Audrey, so much. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Pass it on to all your friends and family. I appreciate it. Other than that, you guys have an amazing week. See you next week. Bye.